All right, now we're going to just turn that roof back on and do our storefront. As it says in the pop-up on the previous video, we have lots and lots of videos at CAD clips on stairs. Just go to our Revit CAD clips page and do a search for the word stair, and we have lots and lots. So there's all kinds of information there because what we've shown you here, there's a lot more to it. So let's go back behind our Wizard of Oz curtain and click on there and unhide that element to bring that back, and then go back to Kansas, and there it is. And now we know where that stair is, we can add in our nice little storefront. Okay, so let's go to our main floor, double click, zoom in. Okay, so there's our stairway, and now that we know where it is, we probably want to nudge that over. Now don't nudge the railing, nudge the stair. Okay, down, over, about there. Give us as much room as we can for our front door. So now what we're going to do here, I might have put this in earlier, just getting ready. I'm going to delete that section, and it's saying it's going to delete the view over here. That's fine. You hit OK and it deletes it. So now what I'm going to do is add in what is a curtain wall, and I'm going to embed it right in this wall. And when I do that, I'll need to use the modify and use the cut geometry tool to cut the opening in the main wall with the little curtain wall I'm going to put inside of that. So watch, let's do it this way. Let's go home and let's draw a wall. This doesn't have to be a curtain wall. When you go in here and you have all your different wall types, okay, you can pick any wall type you want. Doesn't matter. It just so happens we're picking a curtain wall, but we could embed a brick wall into here, or a stone wall, or an interior. Any one of these walls, what I'm about to show you, will work with any wall. Okay, so I'm going to go and just use a basic curtain wall, which is a sheet of glass with no defined grid whatsoever. Okay, it's a very basic curtain wall. No mullions, no grid, no nothing. Just a big piece of glass. Click. And I'm going to draw it over here. Pick. Use my shift key if I want to keep it nice and straight, and click. Escape, escape. Now I probably want to maximize that, okay, right down to the end. You know, I might even align it. Let's go modify. This isn't critical. Align to here, this guy. Okay, just to kind of get my maximum spacing. Okay, now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the cut geometry tool. Cut geometry, look what it says. What it does is it cuts one object from the other. Use this tool when you want to cut geometry, such as when cutting solids from solids or walls from walls. So this is what the little animation is showing you is similar to what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to take this and cut it from there. So I'm going to go cut geometry. And I'm going to read my status bar, and it's going to say first pick, select element to be cut or host wall. So I don't think it matters which one. So I'm going to pick the host wall. Then I'm going to pick this. Pick wall parallel to host or family instance. Pick. Didn't work because they're not in the same space. So now watch, I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to nudge it. Nudge, nudge, nudge. And it's going to give me an error in a second because it's going to go bloom. Okay, it sees that there's a wall inside of a wall. I'm just going to ignore that and keep on nudging it. Okay, now watch. I can't see it anymore. I'm going to maybe switch here to say wireframe. Now I can see right through. Wireframe just lets you see transparently through everything. I could have also switched to a 3D view. So now let's watch what happens. Cut. Pick the big wall, pick the little wall. All of a sudden, it has cut it. Escape, escape, switch back to be hidden line. Oh, let's see what happened. Maybe it's just not tall enough. Let's go to my 3D view. Oh, there it is. Okay, there's my curtain wall. The only problem is it's not very tall. And it also started down below, but look what I can do with the curtain wall. I can just pull it up. So it kind of went in a funny place. Okay, so there's that curtain wall that I embedded and then cut. And all it is a big sheet of glass. And the reason why I couldn't see it from my floor plan was because it was below my cut plane. Now I'll be able to see it. Okay, so the width is okay. So now watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a little section. I'm going to use my section tool here, or type SE on your keyboard if you have it in your shortcut, or go View, Section, either way. Nice little section right through here. Click, click. Okay. Escape, escape. Double click on it. That recreated my section 3 over here. Click, click. In we go. Change my detail level to fine detail. Okay. Maybe even do SD on the keyboard. No, I liked it better with HL. Okay. So there's my curtain wall. I probably want a little curb on there, so I can bring that down, and I can add a dimension in here if I want. I can go modify and, you know, add a dimension here if I want, and set that to be a specific distance. Pick on here and change that to be maybe it dimensioned to the wall instead. Not giving me that number. Click on here, nudge it. Can move it, but it's not giving me that dimension control. 6 1/4. Now, if I go back and pick on here, it's giving me the height. Then I can go in here and set this to be, 8 feet. But look where the 8 feet is coming from. Okay, not quite what I want. Pick on here, grab this dimension, pull it up to, it's too much information here. Pull that up to there. Will it give it to me? No, undo. Okay, a little struggle here. Pick on here. Okay. This, I believe, what is that? I think that 7 foot is correct. So let's change that to be 8 feet. Okay. There's my 8-foot curtain panel. Okay, go to my 3D view. There it is. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, it's the right width, it's the right height. When you swivel in 3D, if you select something and then shift middle mouse button, you will swivel around that point. Okay, as opposed to just swiveling randomly, okay, where you're not centered. If you're over here and you try to swivel, all of a sudden it goes out of your view. Okay, but if you pick something and then you swivel, it'll actually turn and based on that axis, that vertical Z axis. Okay, so when you're swiveling around here, pick something and then you'll turn around that point. So now what we need to do is add some grid lines, curtain grid lines. Watch how easy this is. We go home and we say curtain grid. And Revit, just like when we did our glazing over here, okay, same thing. It's going to snap to the midpoints in the thirds. See, it's going to snap to first. There's the halfway point, and if I go far enough, it'll give me the third. So it'll go thirds, quarters, halves. So we go halfway, pick, go halfway again, pick, halfway again near the edge, and pick. Now that didn't turn out right, so let's just delete them. Delete, delete, delete. Oh, I don't want to delete the whole thing. I want to just delete that one guy. Now let's do this more sensibly. Let's go to my south elevation. Smarter, right? Now let's go. Curtain grid. Here we're going to get nice, easy numbers. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, 2'5" 2'6" approximately. Let's add another curtain grid in here. And let's say we want, just a little trim at the top. 6'8", well, escape, escape. Let's pick on here. This is, see, that is 8 feet from there. So we need this to go up even a little bit higher. Okay, let's add, I just want to get another curtain grid in there. Curtain grid, somewhere in there, yeah, let's say a 7-foot door. Click, escape, escape. Okay, now we can do the rest from a 3D view. It's a little more fun. So we've added our curtain grids in there. Now we just add a mullion. So watch, we say mullion. And then we pick which size we want. Maybe we want a 2.5 by 5. Pick on there. Maybe the outside ones are 2.5 by 5s. Will they give it to me, the outside one? Okay, and then the inside ones are just 1.5 by 2.5. You can also say at grid lines and it'll do them all at once. We've also got lots of lessons on this. Okay, now what we need to do is fix that so that this inside set of panels becomes a door. So we'll come back and do that in our next lesson.